I'm very happy that Sahavardhan is organizing kind of educational and informative session. I'm very fortunate to be here today with you. My topic is to say how the common plants which are grown as weeds or just ordinary plants in our surroundings have tremendous uses, particularly medicinal benefits. As you may be aware, in our traditional Indian diet, we used to, our grandmothers and my mothers used to collect a lot of herbs in the surroundings, not necessarily every time you have to buy vegetables, sit in cooking. In our surroundings, there are a lot of plants which have been useful as vegetables and also medicines. Generally, whenever people are sick, even to the somebody known to these herbal medicines in our own backyard, you have some plant which can be plucked and used it for curing. For example, if anytime you had a stomach upset, in our house we used to use pomegranate leaves or the shell skin which has been kept and dried. Absolutely 2 days you mix it with buttermilk and paste and drink it, then your stomach would get up normal. So this is how there are a lot of opposite. There have been a lot of uses of medicinal plants for nutraceuticals, supplementary nutrition, and also healthcare. However, with our modern time, we have become specialized. We don't use anything other than what we bring from the market or what we grow. As a result, the intake of these herbs are not, going into our system. Hence, I thought this is an opportunity to understand the plants which are surrounding us and make good use of them, number one. Secondly, some of these plants can be easily planted in our garden or the terrace or on the balcony. So that, you instead of seeing any plant, you see something useful, you can always pluck a leaf and eat it or, enjoy the flowers. So with that idea, I'm trying to within the limited time I would restrict. I have a compilation now made of about 90 herbs, vegetables, and fruits, which have very special benefits in our diet. So I thought I will share some of these benefits, and then motivate you to also think of planting in your backyard. So with that, let me start. We have selected plants which can be easily grown in Maharashtra, Karnataka, around it, and you can use it. Let me now go to the next slide. Next, please, Ram. Yeah, Tulasi. Tulasi is a holy plant, not only because anything else, but it is a plant which must be remembered, must be used in our day-to-day house. That's the reason why you have a Tulasi plant in the house. And it has tremendous benefits. The leaves are very powerful. They are known for curing sore throat, common cold, kidney stones. So generally, we can eat 2-3 leaves. There are 2 Tulasis. One is Ram Tulasi and Krishna Tulasi. The photo which you see is little darkish in color. That's Krishna Tulasi, which is more powerful and pungent. And if you can eat 2-3 leaves every day, it provides you a lot of, refreshing mind, and also keeps you away from the cold, cough, and infection. And one should probably have developed the habit. And the literature says chewing 10 to 12 leaves can help completely stress. If somebody is depressed, probably you should chew some leaves of Tulasi. Tulasi tea with ginger honey is used for curing bronchitis, asthma, and flu and cough. In our nature care ashram, we do everyday kaya, that is a herbal tea substitute for tea. Tulasi becomes an important ingredient. Tulasi juice with honey can, taken to get rid of the kidney stones, through urine. That's a very important thing. Consumption of leaves regularly, it is so powerful, it can be antibiotic. Somebody, if regularly eats don't have to worry. The moment you stop it, one can get back to normalcy. And the only thing is, there is a warning: if women are pregnant, probably don't consume in large quantity tulsi. That's a very important point. Yeah, next one, please. Ramji, can we go to the next one? Next slide, please. Pudina is available in the market. It has menthol as the important principle. It has properties which can cure asthma and cough and cold. It will also have keep the breathe fresh if you have some bad mouth, because of the infection mouth. It will prevent the bad breath. Then it is a digestion, so that if somebody has digestive disorders, probably you should have nut chutney or eat some leaves. You can paste it and put it in buttermilk and consume. And you have also Pudina record to improve memory. And for women, it helps in get rid of the morning sicknesses that it removes. It can be used for treating pimples and boils. And it's a good medicine for depressing patients. Now, Pudina, we have a very innovative way. In Pune, you can see how in a bottle, also plastic bottle, you can have some sphagnum moss and grow Pudina. Yeah, next one, please. Ajwain is another plant belonging to similar family. It also has a very strong aroma. Its decoction is used for cold, cough, asthma, fever, headache, and constipation also. Ajwain is very popularly used for making bhaji, because of the very strong ova flavor. It is very popular for making bhaji. It has a very fleshy, broad leaf, which you can see. And it can be helpful for asthma. Then it is applied for skin inflammation and also control of worms, internal parasites. And wherever there is some swelling, joints, wherever it is, it can be applied. Consumption of 50 to 70 extract can help in treating rheumatoid arthritis as well. So probably nobody would depend only on Ajwain for rheumatoid arthritis treatment, but this indicates that people who have rheumatoid arthritis, they should take this Ajwain in a large scale. So regularly, they will help them. Stem extract is an antioxidant, antibacterial. It has an anti-proliferative effect on cancer cells. So again, the same belongs to mint family. It is good for making. One can have chutney, salad. It can go into salad directly or chutney, or even the leaves can be directly consumed on a daily basis. Thank you. Next slide, please. Drumstick is a very important plant. In India, most of us are aware of eating only pods in curry, but in Africa, it is on a very big way popular as a miracle tree. And its consumption more popular as leaf. Drumstick leaf can be used as a substitute or like, methi leaves. And it can be, the tender leaves can be taken and added into the curry, dal, or independent sabji can be made. It has several phytochemicals which are very helpful. It helps to improve the brain function, so memory, immunity against various infections, and skin and hair, protection it takes care of. Leaves have anti-inflammatory properties. It also says it is helpful for controlling or curing cancer, arthritis, and also other autoimmune diseases. Leaves have antioxidative and help to treat the chronic diseases, so also diabetic patients and Alzheimer's. Leaves have also benefit for people suffering from cholesterol and also diabetes. It helps to regulate the blood sugar levels, and also that indirectly also helps in reducing cholesterol, will help in heart diseases. So when one can see that, we are all prone to these diseases, and consuming our drumstick leaves or pods in our diet will be very helpful. Leaves reduce negative effects of anti-tubercular drugs. So people who are taking tuberculosis medicines, they should consume the drumstick leaves and also stems. And it's good for increasing the milk production for the lactating mothers. Bone health, it is rich in calcium, so it prevents osteoporosis, and also arthritis reduces. And leaves are also good for digestion. So you can see it can reduce the gas, constipation, and also ulcerative colitis. So one can use a drumstick, because many times I have seen people are not aware of using drumstick leaves. A recommendation is also for flowers, but if you cut the flowers, then you don't have pods. So it's better to take some leaves and then use it in our diet. Thank you. Next one, please. Chakramuni is another one. It's known as multivitamin plant. You can see the plant. It's a bush. It is the flower. You can see below the flower leaf. You have a very tiny, very decorative flower, and it is known for large varieties of vitamins. It has many phytochemicals. It is also called as katuk. Probably Marathi, I don't think we have any particular name, so we can use it as katuk. It is rich in vitamin A, B, C, and protein, calcium, and so on and so on. And it stimulates steroid hormones and benefit for the pregnant women and breastfeeding women. Calcium present in leaves prevents osteoporosis. Leaves contain useful for gum health, teeth health. Vitamin A, which is present there, it works as an antioxidant as well as prevents the eye diseases, cell growth, immune systems, and maintains healthy skin and softens the hair. So one can see it also has vitality improvement. So people having problem of hormonal problem with vitality, they should be consuming chakramuni. Chakramuni can be, it has no specific smell or odor or taste. One can use it mixed with chutney, green chutney, you can add it. You can also use it in salad, and you can eat directly also, you won't feel bad or good. So it's a very good plant. It goes with any sabji, any green leafy vegetable in our diet. Next one, please. Yeah. Kasundi is a very important plant. It's Cassia Sophera. It belongs to Cassia group, a legume. It is very, it's grown commonly in Karnataka and also Konkan areas. It's a wild plant. It goes into a bush of about 3 meters. And, the leaves can be used in vegetable or as chutney. And it has several phytochemicals which have many properties. Its decoction is used to cure rheumatism, osteoporosis, fever, and malaria. It can control wounds. If there is a cut wound, you can, instead of Tulasi, you can also take some of the leaves and crush and put it on the wound. And it controls ringworm infection. Crush, wash, it can be used on eczema. Yes. Yeah. Decoction of the bark helps in relieving painful menstruation. Plant extracts can be a kind of, also helps in treating epilepsy. Seeds are useful to reduce fever and treat nephritis. And Unani medicine leaves are used for treating pitritis, psoriasis, asthma. So in a nutshell, it can be good for treating wounds, and also it can be taken as a vegetable. Its chutney, it's makes very good. It has good taste also. It can be also made paste. slightly mildly fried, then pasted and mixed with buttermilk. It adds to the taste, and how you can consume Kasundi plant. It's propagated by seeds. It can be planted in pots also. Next one, please. Yeah, lemongrass is known to everybody. It is very age-old, plant kept in the house, used for. It has problem, very useful for digestive problems, liver cleaning the liver and urinary tract and the bladder. So it also helps in maintaining good blood pressure. Lemongrass is good for reducing stress. So when people are having some depression, stress, can you include this lemongrass in their tea, herbal tea, and it has some property to kill cancer cells. Again, as you all know, this can be easily planted, kept in the plot, and planted in the terraces. Next one, please. This is called a spiral ginger, or it is an insulin plant. This is a very small shrub, goes into about 4 or 5 feet, 5 to 6 feet. It is literally known as insulin plant because regular consumption of leaves helps in reducing the blood glucose level. For diabetes patients, generally taking one leaf directly, eating raw or with salad every day is very advisable. It's also present, it is rich in vitamins, it's good for digestion. The leaves have diuretic properties, so it cleans the system by good urination. It has good antioxidants to improve the immunity and antibacterial properties. So this plant is very useful. Again, it has no specific taste. It belongs to a group of gingers. It is, can be planted in a pot. Cutting it can be propagated by cuttings or suckers. Yeah. Thank you. Next one. Brahmi is again one of the very ancient plants known for hundreds of years. Brahmi is a creeper kind of thing with very fresh leaves, and it's used for making kind of cooling effect in the head. Generally, you feel very comfortable after consuming Brahmi leaves in a different ways. It can be mixed with pasted and they made it with chutney, or it can be mixed with little jaggery and mixed with buttermilk, and that is how it is consumed. It has also healing properties for the various eczema and skin diseases and psoriasis, and also it has anti-inflammatory property. Wherever the body is swollen, that part, the joints, can be applied with Brahmi paste. And a leaf extract is a good blood purifier. So you can, it will also improve the memory. So you can, by consuming it, your head, one who has loss of memory problem, or who is having stress or having sleepless problem, Brahmi makes the person very comfortable. So Brahmi, it is very commonly grown in the backyards, also planted in a pot. Next one, please. Turmeric is a very important plant. It's part of our daily diet for over 4,000 years. History of turmeric has very long, and it has tremendous medicinal benefits. It has a compound called turmalin, and also coloring agent called curcuminoid. The yellow color is because of curcuminoid. It's used for arthritis, chronic conjunctivitis, skin cancer. It's also good for digestion. It heals all the wounds. It helps people suffering from urinary tract infection and liver ailments. It reduces floatings, jaundice, colic, loss of appetite. So it is directly related to digestive system, improving the digestive system. People who have digestive tract disorder, they should be consuming a lot of raw or processed turmeric. You all know that even the raw one can be made into chutney and consumed or different ways. And otherwise, in the day-to-day diet, we can use it. We can generously use turmeric in dal so that, it adds to taste and also keeps all these properties, have to keep us healthy. It's also antiseptic. It could, directly you can put on the cut wounds also while treating. In Ayurveda, turmeric is used as a blood purifier. It helps in respiratory problem. Even, herbal tea, when you make for cough and cold, you can also add some turmeric, either yellow or either dried or even fresh. The fresh can be planted in a pot, this is how it grows. And turmeric helps in balancing blood sugar, controls cholesterol, treats asthma, eczema, allergies, and psoriasis. So it's related to a lot of healing of the wounds, you can see. And also swelling, anti-inflammatory. Wherever there is swelling, you can, while making a paste, you can also include turmeric into the paste. Even it controls sore throat, lungs, and also intestinal parasites. It can help in controlling. So turmeric leaves also, it's used in some of the cookings in coastal area. Some sweets are packed in rice paste. Sweets are packed in turmeric leaves and then steam cooked. It has a very special aroma. People like it, and it's a very good plant to be planted in the home garden. Next one, please. Curry leaf, kadhi patta is another important plant. We can conveniently have it in a pot, and in every household we can keep it, because it not only adds to the taste of the food, but also has a lot of medicinal properties. It can be helpful for the diabetic patients. It reduces the cholesterol. It's also the leaf. Fresh leaf can be used for treating the fungal infestation, bacterial infestation, skin disorders. You can apply on the skin. Paste can be applied on the skin where there is a kind of a skin itching or irritation. And it also has a good digestive property. People who have diarrhea, gastro problem, they can use the kadhi patta chutney or paste, which can be mixed with buttermilk and consumed. It has good properties and excellent aroma. Next one, please. It's propagated by seeds or by suckers. This is a very important plant. I would like to take a little more time. This is called in Marathi gol, called pugweed. It is a very tiny plant. It's literally not cultivated. It's growing as weed. It's called as pursulane. And this is the plant which has the highest amount of, omega-3, fatty acid, which is very good for controlling heart cholesterol and heart diseases. And gol, you can see, you see in the weed, wherever in Maharashtra, Karnataka, Goa, it can be found on the field bunds or on the backyards. And Its leaves are the stem is used. You can directly use at salad. It can be cooked and mixed with any other salads. Otherwise, it can be put in the curry or dal very conveniently. And it has highest omega-3 property, omega-3 fatty acids, which has in the vegetables. Goal is helpful for prevention of hypertension, coronary problems, also heart problems, cancer also, and autoimmune diseases. Leaves are used for diabetes, particularly it helps in vascular inflammation of and hyperglycemia. I would not trust completely on this for treating diabetes, but it helps, I can say. Leaf extract protects nerve cells, brain damage. So memory, it improves memory, Parkinson's diseases. It's also good for gastrointestinal diseases, treating liver problems. So you can plant them also in the pot, and it will grow very well. You can directly mix with the salad, or mix in any curry. Next one, please. Next slide. This is ambadi, red gongur or hibiscus. We know that its leaves are used for vegetable. In Andhra Pradesh, it is used for making pickle. And it's also having very good properties as far as the flowers are concerned. In ambada, there are two types of ambadas. One is the calyx, the base of the flower is called calyx. The cup-like thing you can see in the photograph as well. That red calyx one is most useful. Other one is green calyx, which is generally we grow for vegetables. Then this hibiscus tea or plant extract is good for lowering blood pressure and cholesterol. People who have blood pressure problem, cholesterol problem, they should probably drink herbal tea, hibiscus, this gongur, hibiscus herbal tea. The herbal tea can be made by using both leaves and flowers and calyx together. You know how to make kada, that is the way it is used. And they are also tonic for digestion and kidney functions. Its leaves are mucilaginous, slimy. It's also used for treating abscess, hoosing cough, and also hangover of heart ailments, hypertension, neurosis, and scurvy. So you can see it has a lot of benefit for treating cough, cold, and also hypertension. Drinking in boiled water of the this calyx has treating biliosis attack. I forgot what this biliosis is. Leaves are used externally as poultice for abscess, sores, and ulcers. Whenever there is wound, you can take the leaves, crush a little bit, warm it in with cloth, and make it heat, and put it as a poultice. And juice is used for treatment of conjunctivitis. If there is any eye burning, you can use the.
Change करने 29 parking क्या?
Juice is used for treating conjunctivitis. Seeds are diuretic, laxative, and tonic. They are used for treating debility. So one can have people having fertility problem can also use the decoction of the seeds. The root is bitter, and it is also laxative and tonic. Next one, please. This is pipli or long pepper. It belongs to the family of pepper or beetle vine. You must have seen these pipli fruits. It's a creeper, exactly looks like beetle vine, but it has fruits, different species. Generally, the fruits are used when it is still raw, not ripe one. And it has several medicinal properties. Taking pipli powder is dried and kept in powder. It's generally mixed with honey after meals, helps in releasing mucus from the air for the asthma patients. Wherever people have a breathing problem, they should be taking the pipli powder with honey after the meals. Generally, the asthma patients have problem after taking food. Pipli is effective against cancer, inflammation, diabetes, hypotoxicity, depression. So people having this depression, they should be, using this. Maybe herbal tea can help. Alcohol extract of pipli inhibits solid tumor development. It has some treatment in controlling tumors. Pipli can control cardiac disease, insomnia, and curing the people having deficiency in vitamin B, beriberi. And it also protects against radiation effects. Pipli is useful for treating micro-infections, intestinal worms, leprosy. So they can be used for external application. Fruits are useful for women, stimulate menstrual flow, treat menstrual cramps, and also improve sexual activity. Pipli acts as sedative and helps in managing, control of epilepsy. Next one, please.
I missed some slides. No.
Yeah, that's our side. Okay. Aloe vera is known everywhere. A lot of people have it. You can conveniently plant a sucker in a pot and it grows. Many times, even if you don't put water, it grows. Very hardy plant. Generally, it grows in desert areas. And it has also a lot of benefits, you can know. There are several properties of aloe vera. One is the thick, content, gel kind of thing in the middle. Then also between the green leaf and that yellow, there is some thin membrane. That's also very useful. There is also latex, outside. So there are different applications. The gel is used for improving all the boils and pimples and all. It can help. Aloe gel or cream application on skin reduces healing time for people with first or second degree burns. You can see it's very sensitive in healing the wounds. And it reduces the constipation. Aloe vera latex. Outside latex is the one with white thing. Consuming aloe can reduce blood sugar and type 2 diabetes. People with diabetes should use it as part of the diet. Cream of aloe extract can help in herpes. That's a very important point. Mouthwash for regularly for 12 weeks, applying gel reduce associated in the mouth. I think mouthwash of aloe gel will be very helpful. It also reduces body weight and fat and helps for the people with obesity to reduce the weight control the weight and reduce the body weight. Aloe cream is applied 4 weeks to reduce skin plaques and also severity of psoriasis. So with some skin infection, it's very good. It also controls the wound and helps in reducing blood sugar. That's the way aloe is. Next one, please. Amrat Vel is another plant, very effective. It's a creeper. It's a very hardy creeper. If you cut the creeper, even the stem can remain alive and produce a root such a way that even 10 feet root can go from the stem and touch the ground. Very hardy. It can be a very aggressive weed as well. But it has a lot of benefits. It's grown very wildly in most of the places. It is propagated by very thin, scaly, seeds and naturally propagated. And chewing 4 leaves are also very effective. Stem is more effective. Chewing 4 leaves or taking herbal tea of Amrat Vel leaves can build up resistance against COVID. You can think of it still, and reduce respiratory problems and asthma. Taking 2 spoons of fresh stem extract, it's very bitter, or 5 teaspoons of 5 teaspoons of honey in empty stomach can control the recurrent fever problem. Taking fresh stem juice and ginger juice can cure rheumatoid arthritis. And stem juice with buttermilk is effective for digestion. So you can again see this Amrat Vel is good for control of fever, respiratory disorders, and also you can have control of rheumatoid arthritis and digestive disorders. So very effective medicine. It should be probably somewhere on the compound, fence of the compound outside the house. Next one, please. As far as specific herbs are concerned, I am concluding, but I listed some of the important leafy vegetables one must consider consuming in the diet. As you know, leafy vegetables, they are low in fat and good in phytochemicals, minerals. So some of the leafy vegetables we should have, they are mustard greens, dill or shepu, methi, amaranthus. Then this is spinach and coriander. Coriander is a very important plant. It has very, very good benefits. It can be used for even treating the eye conjunctivitis. Many times, and also the last one here is mayalu. That also grows in a very jungly way. You can see it's a creeper, perennial creeper. You can put it in a pot and it can grow very widely. And mayalu, probably you know how to use it goes with dal. It can be curry, sambar. That's the way it is. They are very rich in calcium. They are very rich in phytochemicals. They help in good digestion, and they are good for diet control. Only leafy vegetables, one has to be very careful that some of them have problem of oxalate, calcium oxalate. So people who have kidney stone problem, they should be careful. Otherwise, some of the leafy vegetables can accelerate the calcium kidney stone. So otherwise, it's a very good healthy vegetable. One must eat regularly, at least 2-3 times a week. You should have leafy vegetable in your diet. Next one, please. These are some of these slides, photos which I have in my garden in Pune. For example, this is amaranth or lalmat grown in a small tray. I have about 4 different varieties of colocasia aloe. One is very small one is medium, one is very large. It's itching type, but it has a lot of big rhizomes. And this one is it goes up to 6 feet tall, very broad leaves, 1.5 feet to 2 feet width. You can see the stem and this from this spot, you can see in the dabba. It's weighing about 1.5 kilos, and many people in Pune don't know that this is also eaten. So many times people know only as leaf, but probably people understand that the stem portion is used for making curry, the leaf portion is used for making various preparations. This is also used as suran. How you use suran, that way you can use this also. And it requires a lot of, it grows in shade, but it requires good sunlight. It grows very big, so this is a beautiful plant. I brought from coastal area of Karnataka and distributing here. This is the mayalu, which is grown on my terrace. One creeper has come up and, there's a lot of mayalu. And there is another one called Telilium. This belongs to a similar thing. We call it as Bombay mayalu, but it's a small leafy shrub, very succulent, good for sabji. It can be used like any other vegetable. And next one, please. These are some of the vegetables. And we have also Those next, please. I have some trees grown in our garden here in Pune. I don't know whether you are aware of this one. This is called hog plum, ambada, something in Marathi. The scientific name is Spondius pinnata. The fruits are very tender. They are made for pickle. Otherwise, it is used for sour. It grows into a tree. And this is a lemon grown in a pot. This is a different kind of lemon. It's called, different from the, it's called probably Gandalimbu in Bengal. Here in coastal area, it grows well. It has generally very little seeds and flower fruits all around the year. You can see I have flowers here. I have small plant fruits here, some big fruits here. So fruiting throughout the year in a pot. This one is nutmeg jaifol, is a beautiful plant, very slim plant, grows well. And from 4th or 5th year, if you have a grafted plant from 3rd year, you will be able to harvest fruits. You know that this is when it opens. It generally fruits in June, July. It opens. The outer shell is used for making pickles in Kerala and Tamil Nadu. This is jaifol. This is jaipatra. It has different uses and different flavor. This is miri grown to the coconut. You know, this is how the miri becomes ripe. When the ripe, if the ripe fruits are crushed, it becomes white miri. If the green ones are dried directly, it becomes black pepper. That is how the miri can be grown. The point is, for example, my garden has one miri which produces about 1.5 to 2 kilos, and I think a kilo of miri costs about 1,000 rupees. So a lot of money, but more than money, you see a lot of pleasure in seeing these things. Tender miris are also used for making pickles in some parts of Goa and the coastal area. This is another very nice plant I have planted and fruiting. This is called Syzygium malaceus, Malai plum, it is called. And fruits are very succulent, jambika. Flowers are very attractive, magenta flowers. It fruits 3-4 times a year. Fruits are very juicy, nice, very nice flavor. So what I was feeling that, one should think of planting plants in your home garden and see how best you can make use of these plants, more for pleasure than anything else. And you will have a lot of pleasure. And you should not think of too much of exotic. Next one, please. You should not think of whether the origin is India or exotic. We are on a very small scale. Whatever you like, you should plant. You should enjoy of your choice. And there is unique pleasure in having these plants in your garden because you don't get them in the market. Thank you very much. If there are questions, I will be very happy to address. We'll have a discussion. Thank you.
Thank you for your excellent presentation. I believe we can stop here since we have no more questions. We had a great session. Thank you for the informative session. We'll have this back on YouTube very soon. And people can continue to ask their questions on the YouTube as well. We will make sure that Dr. Hegde gets to answer them. Thank you, Dr.
Very
Hegde.
good. Welcome. Thank you very much.